Kakamura.
Let's just, instead of saying go from now on, just say Kakamura.
I'm going to start these.
Welcome to our Cinescape Magazine fan film review of the week. I am Joe Spiegel.
Mike Sutherland.
All right. Instead of having a full-on plan with this, I just scan across videos and then fan films and just I pick one that just stands out at that moment. One week it might not, but then another week I'm like, you know what? I'll check this one out. And all I kept seeing was It stuff and like Nightmare on Elm Street and Star Wars.
Did you look anything up?
Batman.
Did you look up like fan film?
I just look up the word fan films on YouTube and I just go through this long list of recommendations. Finally, I saw one for The Mask and I said, it's only 11 minutes, right? Let's check it out. Let's do it. Right. And you know
Let's
what?
do it.
Yeah. So directed, I think also edited and all that stuff by Mr. Chris R. Notarile. That's how I'm just going to pronounce his name. I don't know how it's,
Notarile.
Yeah. But it's going to be something. I mean, the dude's got a huge bio. I mean, like how
118 different things that he's done so far.
You know what? And I mean, and I even read the explanation that he has for this movie. And I respect the guy's process. The guy puts effort into what he's doing. And, of course, this isn't a perfect fan film, but that didn't matter. It really didn't. I was entertained. I was entertained by the energy of it, and so I appreciated the work that was put into it, for especially how short it was. It was able to tell a story pretty much from start to finish in that short amount of time. And there was some good performances in there as well.
Okay.
Well, I was waiting for you to chime in, but as always, I wonder if like you're setting me up to fucking fail here.
Yes, I am. Continue.
I mean, setting me up to freaking fail.
Oh, did you drop a F-bomb?
You could just edit it out or something. You could
No, I'm not gonna.
You could just leave the word king in there and just take off the fuck. So, he's got his own YouTube page called Blinky 500. He's got at this moment, he's got almost 77,000.
Dude, we don't care. What is this about?
Oh, you want to be a hater? Fine.
No, it's just we don't need to go through. We don't need to Ron Burgundy everything.
Fine.
Here, right here.
After locating the legendary Mask of Loki, mob boss Ivy is finally about to claim her prize. But before she can, Ivy discovers that the mask has been stolen by one of her own. But for what reason? This is the effing mask.
Okay, so this is from Chris.
What did you like about this movie?
What did you like about this movie, Joe?
I like the energy of it.
Since this is the way we start off every
fuck it. I like its energy. I liked its simple setup.
Well, no, I mean, I want people to understand that the reason why, like, you ask me and then I just repeat back the question to you. Just
I'm rubber your glue.
Yeah. And we do it. I do it on purpose because Joe has a better take on movie reviews than I do. Well, his is more movie review. Mine is more, I hate everything on the planet, so therefore everything sucks. I'm kidding, but mine is more of these are the issues that I had with the film, so I want to be a little bit more specific.
Okay. The movie pretty much has like 4 scenes in it, right? Okay, you've got the old scientist guy who's running, he's got the mask. You don't know he's got the mask yet, but it's in a package. And then he gets into a car and there's a guy pointing a gun at him. Well, you find out later that the guy that's pointing the gun at him is a henchman who he was supposed to take the mask to their boss. Okay.
Why is he wearing a fucking rug on his head?
I don't know, to make it look funny.
I mean, I don't think it is, but it looks like he's wearing a toupee.
I think it is. So
yeah, that's a toupee.
And you know what? And I didn't mind the slight overacting from some of the characters, like this guy, the guy with the glasses, because
the scientist.
I didn't mind his overacting because it kind of felt in with the goofy fun of what the mask does. So it didn't. I was fine with it. This guy, saying, you know what, I want the mask now because I need it for something. And the guy goes, you're going to get us both killed. But he takes it anyway. And you can tell that this henchman he's not an inherently bad guy because he doesn't kill the scientist. He could have killed him, right? So that right there shows something, that he's not a complete monster. he's so over dramatic while you're going to kill us both. So then it cuts to the next scene where he's being tortured for information, right? And there's Walter right there. Yeah, and then then there's the lady. I forgot her name, but she's the villain she's the
Ivy.
Yeah, she's the mob boss.
I liked her. She was really good.
Yeah.
The actress that played her did a great job, and the way that she handled herself in terms of being a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, the way that this whole thing is written is unlike typical Hollywood movies where they kill somebody. You tell me where he's at or I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't work, because if I have the information where the dude's at, or the MacGuffin, right?
Yeah.
If I have that information from the MacGuffin and the person is saying, "Hey, if you don't do this, I'm going to kill you," right?
Yep.
Okay, kill me, because if you kill me, well, I'm the only one that has the information.
Yep.
So it's not going to help you either way, is it?
Yeah. Shoot me in the kneecap instead.
Yeah. Even then, I'm not going to talk. No. Entice me with something: money, power, women.
Walking away from this.
Guys, if you're gay, things like that. Something to entice somebody with, right? Yeah. Honey is better than shit. You attract more bees with honey than you do whatever.
He was wearing a rug.
So at the end, but in this scene...
Good makeup, by the way.
Yeah, where she shoots the scientist in the head. Well, what happens is that she finds out and she has all the information that she needs anyways.
Yeah.
Therefore, she can put two and two together. We find out that the guy that has the mask is one of her henchmen or worker boys or worker bees, if you want to call them.
Yeah, and he stole it because he's his daughter. In this scene right here, you find, and you can already tell right from the get-go without her, before they even say it, that she's got cancer.
Right.
Because she's pale and she's wearing the.
Well, I don't know if you can tell just because she's wearing the headdress or anything else
it's kind of a giveaway. It's I mean, if she didn't have it, then it'd be like, okay. But it seemed like you could tell they were trying, because it also looks like the actress doesn't have any makeup on, so she looks more pale and everything intentionally.
You could tell she was sick, but yeah.
I mean, me personally, after all the movies I've watched, like Dying Young and all that stuff, right when I see a character looking like that, I automatically thought that she had cancer. That was my first impression.
Well,
so
la-di-da.
So you find out that the father stole the mask because he thinks it'll cure her cancer if she puts the mask on.
Right. I'm looking up what the mask looks like. There it is. All right. So
yeah, the Loki mask.
The Loki mask looks like there it is.
It looks like Groot. It looks like Groot with a metal bar strap down the middle.
Yeah, it kind of does. So hold on a second, and we're going to go back. This was my problem with the movie in and of itself. When he brings the mask to her.
Yeah.
I particularly didn't care for the design of the mask. I mean, I know I'm sounding fucking petty or whatever, but
you're a picky bitch, man.
It just, I mean, I'll have to look it up what the comic version of it looked like, because if it and I'm trying to find a happy medium.
Yeah,
but this version of the mask in and of itself doesn't look particularly interesting. I don't find it aesthetically interesting. It's not something that's pleasing to the eye, I guess. I mean, for me, when I look at it, it looks like it was kind of thrown together. That's to me though. I mean, you can see the eyes where the eye holes are.
Yeah.
It looks like they took a mask from like the 1980s and just slapped something together over it with some clay or whatever and made a mold and then went from there.
I do like the cracks in the face. You don't like any of that, huh?
As I'm looking at it, but I want to look up to see what the comic version of the mask is.
And watch, it'll just keep showing you the mask once it's on someone's head.
I can remember seeing the comic the first time, and I was just like, I'm going to draw like that. That's what I want to draw.
Freaking insane. It almost looks like the Jim Carrey version was dulled down, which is weird to say about Jim Carrey.
It was dulled down because the comic version of the mask is ultra violent.
Yeah, like makes Deadpool look tame. Yeah, he's a brutal son of a bitch.
So this could be the origin of the mask right here. Let's go to that. So if they're going off of what the comic version looks like,
okay. So he's doing
that's fine, and I respect that. I don't, like I said, I'm not a big fan of that version.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he actually went with the
It looks like it's the original one.
The original idea. And that's freaking cool. It really is freaking cool.
See, look at that. When we do a little research and then it changes perspective on things a little bit.
No, it doesn't change my perspective. I don't like the mask. I don't like that version of it because I find this version of the mask, even in the comic, I find this version to be just because they based it off of the comic version. I'm not pointing fingers at Chris or anybody or the special effects artist. I'm pointing my finger at the comic guy where if you look at all the covers, if you look at the mask in and of itself, the comic, there's a lot of detail going on, but they went lazy with the mask. Well, it may be based off.
That's why I can appreciate this version that they did because they didn't go the predictable route and do it just like it was in the movie.
Yeah, and I'm glad for that too. And they went for something a little bit more original. Yeah, like I said, it's petty, kind of picky, but again, when I'm watching movies like this and stuff, I want it to have a little bit more.
Chutzpah? You want some chutzpah?
Give me some fucking razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They could have done ruby eyes. They could have done something with the mouth. They could have done they could have had the mouth open at least. They
kind of like how he says this is a middle movie, in between the comic and the movie. So why didn't he do a mask that was in between that and the movie version?
Yeah, but not even that. I mean, it just looks odd. It looks odd, and that's me. That's me just being a picky bitch.
It's you being you.
Yeah. So that's fine. It's how I am. I don't understand. The eyes are supposed to have eye holes in them, but not through. This part where she puts on the mask and then spins like a tornado. Yeah, that was way too much. And by way too much, I mean it went on too long. That should have been shortened up a little bit to add in one or two more scenes because it shows her spinning and then it cuts to her spinning again and then it cuts back and then it cuts to her spinning again or whatever it is. Yeah. But it's like 3 different scenes of her spinning like a top, like the Tasmanian devil. Yeah. And then she stops. But the scenes between that, where they go, where Ivy's henchmen are going after the father, Yep. The guys that he works with. I like that because again, they're not playing the whole I'm a bad guy, I'm going to fuck you up, Yeah. We're going to let Ivy take care of it. So yeah, I just felt like the whole spinny top thing took a long time, but it was just basically 2 scenes. And then
she's just hamming it up, man.
She is, but again, they should have done something with the hair because having her bald wearing the whole mask is hilarious. It really is. But again, aesthetically, because I'm a picky bitch, they should have had her hair. They should have given her a hairline and kept her hair so they didn't have to do an entire full head of mask, And then they could have just kept the mask normal along her regular features between her ear and her eyes, and up and around, and then given her a wacky hairdo. I think that would have worked better in this term, so that way she's more, just like I said, aesthetically pleasing to look at, because this is fucking frightening.
Dude, you sound so fucking picky.
I am. But look, I mean, if you want to make a movie that resonates, he's doing it. He's making a movie that resonates. Yeah. But again, I mean, The Mask is all about personas. So when you put on the mask, it's going to bring out the persona that you most embody or want to be.
Yeah, like Dorian. When he put it on in the movie, he was like a big monster, ugly motherfucker.
Right. For you and for me, it would probably be more macho, suave, charisma guy, right? Yeah. This is the way we want to be. And for her, it's cancer free, living it up type of thing, because she's dying of cancer. And I like how they did that, but they should have given her hair because if she's going through chemo and she's bald or whatever, or she's lost hair and she had to shave it, or
she's got hair. Whatever. You can see she's got hair coming out of the back. So
yeah, she got a ponytail, but when she's wearing the head scarf, and you said she was sickly, it could be that she had no hair. Huh. So that's why I said, if you want to do this, again, this is just constructive criticism.
Like it made her grow hair.
Give her fucking hair so that way she looks sexy, but weird sexy. You know what I'm saying? She got the mask on with the big old chin.
Yeah.
And then she's hamming it up, and then she can flip her hair around.
Yeah.
And, you know, and be mask weird, sexy, but fucking creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's just constructive criticism. I'm not being, I don't hate the film. In fact, she's fucking great as the mask.
Oh, yeah.
They even do the little honky thing when she touches her boobs and the teeth.
Well, I know. We're just like we're not even talking because we're just watching how animated she is.
Yeah. Yeah. Daddy.
And the fact that, you know, that she had to do all of these scenes in one time, you know, in a 6 or 7 hour stretch.
Yeah.
Because she could only wear the prosthetic once. That's even more impressive that she had to, you know, do all of these. So you can tell that's probably why they didn't have her show up as the mask until just past the halfway point.
Yeah. But, and then this scene right here where she looks straight at the camera and says, "Uh-oh." You know, like I said, I don't think that was necessary. You didn't need it. They could have, but that, the last part though. This is the part that I found fucking great. Everything leads up to this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Chris knows how to put a fucking film together.
Mm-hmm.
So he directs it, and all the people that were involved in this were fantastic. The script writer, if there's a different script writer, but the writer, the director, the director of photography,
the actors,
everybody came together and put this film together, and it's only 11 minutes long.
Yep.
And 4 locations. 4.
Yeah, because I think except for when she's talking on the street, most of the scenes where she's, you know, spinning around the tornado, those are like second unit shots.
Yeah, but it's 4 locations.
Yeah.
So, you know,
so
the basement.
The basement, the apartment.
And this may be the basement of the apartment.
And then her standing out on the street.
Yeah.
And that's it. I think. Oh, the garage, the parking garage.
The parking garage.
Yeah. So this building could be the same place as the parking garage.
Right. Which may be where they live.
Yeah.
Maybe in the same basement. And of course she walks in being a diva with the supposedly the fur coat, right? Yeah. The fucking sunglasses on, and I love this entire scene. She was fantastic.
Yeah, I laughed when she shot her in the head, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Because you never saw that when you saw The Mask, right? You know, with Jim Carrey, and then she stands up and she's just got this big cartoon hole through her fucking head. It's hilarious.
I think it would have worked better if they had done the right there. If they had done the
Not bad CG either.
No, not at all. To get something in my teeth. I'm distracted because I'm watching her performance as the Mask. Yeah. And then I'm just watching her performance, and then she jumps into fucking Insane in the Membrane. Yeah. God damn it, that was great. She's just dancing around. Insane, got no brain. And then Ivy's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, like her power is just going away because the Mask is just upstaging her in every way.
Right. And then she takes out the hammer and fucking beats everybody up.
Yeah. Then it gets
donk.
Now it's in comic book territory right here.
Yeah. You want to fight? Fight me.
Put your dukes up.
Jumps on his back. It's fantastic. But I think her getting shot in the face would have worked better if they had like done the Elmer Fudd thing, where every time Elmer Fudd shot Daffy Duck in the face, his bill would
the
end
black
up
powder on the face.
No, his bill would end up in a different spot. Like it would have been funnier if like he got shot in the nuts.
Yeah. Ow. Yep, we got shot in the throat.
So except for a few minor things.
I mean, then they have it where she doesn't have the mask on anymore. And I just wonder, like, how secure was he as a director to know that we're not going to have to do any reshoots, any of that shit. Just we're done enough for her to be able to take that mask off. And then, I mean, I don't know when, I mean, it's a movie, so I don't know when they filmed her scenes without her wearing the mask, and when, it could have been the same day. I don't know. But yeah. So this movie is just under 11 minutes before credits.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like she's wearing this towel on her head. So it makes it look like she doesn't have hair or she's shaved her head or whatever.
Yeah.
She doesn't have it long, but And then at the end of the movie, it shows her as having hair. So who knows? I mean, I'm going to go with what you said. Maybe she did have hair.
Yeah.
And she just had it tied up. But whatever. It doesn't even freaking matter.
Nope.
This is so well done that we're going to look at more of his movies.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm just, like I said, you do your thing. And, you give your reviews and whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm the one that goes in and constructively deconstructs it.
Picks it apart.
Yeah. Of the things that I do and I don't like. And like I said, these are fan films. So I try to be a constructive critic with this stuff. I'm not saying I hate it. I just say that like when it comes down to what the mask looks like, he pulled it right from the comic, but they could have added a couple of things. Like, I think what bugs me about that mask in terms of anything else is the eyes. And I'll tell you why. Because see the holes?
Yeah.
And then if you look at when she puts the mask on, no holes through it. And it could be a death mask, or I think that's what it's supposed to be, a death shroud. But I think it would have served better if maybe the eyes had been removed. I don't know. I just feel that like there's something in between the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, or just the eyes and the mouth in and of itself, that there's something about those three things that needs to be altered. That's my constructive criticism for it. That's why I can't stand this version of the mask, because, well, fuck, I mean...
Look at the posters for Day of the Dead from George Romero.
Why?
You'll see.
I don't have...
You'll see. It'll show it. It'll be a nice comparison to what we're talking. Because that's what that mask reminds me of. Day of the Dead poster. Oh, God damn it. Fucking George Romero's Day of the Dead. That one right there on the first one. Yeah. Now look at the face.
That one?
Yeah, look at it closer up. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of that one.
Yeah, you may be right. I mean, as I'm looking at it, it's just new. I'm more interested in finding out if the mask... In the original comics, it's a voodoo mask made entirely of several pieces of jade with cracks around the entire front surface and the back surface, having an oval appearance that covers both the face, the forehead, and the scalp, and having details carved on the front surface with red eyes, nose, and closed mouth. See, and I think that's where it's coming from, is that I think the eyes needed to have something more than what was shown. Having details carved on the front surface. Let's see. Much like a real face in the version seen in the films, is an old mask of the Viking type made of wood and having Scandinavian origin, blah, 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 blah. So it's a voodoo mask. The original mask is supposed to be a voodoo mask. And I think that's kind of where I'm having an issue with it, is that there's no color in it. Mm-hmm. Other than the white, and it's kind of a dulled out white, and it would have been better if they had put in something, just the red. And I think that's the idea behind the red eyes, is that's where they hold the magic type of thing in it, and it just goes from there.
All right.
Other than that, I mean, I know it's chintzy shit, but
it seems to really fucking bother you, man, because you've been talking about it.
It doesn't bother me. It's just there could have been things done to make it a little bit more
unique.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. All right.
I guess.
Aside from that, this is a very entertaining fan film, and we will be doing more reviews on this site.
Yeah, the next one I want to watch actually is called A New Tale, The Demon of Elm Street. Mm-hmm. This one immediately got my attention. Well, it also flipped on to this one as being the next to play when we were watching this movie. And I think that this came out in 2019. So this came out this year.
Oh, the Effing Mask came out just a few days ago.
Right. So this came out like 3 days ago, and I'm very happy with it. I just I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little too overly critical. What do you think?
You do you, boo boo.
No, seriously.
I think that I think you're making a little more out of it than it needs to be, but whatever. I mean, look, it's not perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just glad that someone takes the time to do this shit to entertain us. And this guy should be making, give him a budget and let him make, full on theatrical films.
I feel that that's a cop-out thing, though, you saying that. It's you do you type of thing. Like, you don't have an opinion. You just, I don't know.
If I need
you're afraid to give your opinion because you're going to piss somebody off, or that, I mean, that's what it feels like.
Well, sometimes I feel the need that I need to say something, and sometimes I don't feel the need to. If you want me to like fully, be on it about it, I'll just say, move the fuck on. You talked about the mask like 3 different times during this fucking thing. Let's get on with it.
No, I'm talking about you criticizing the film.
Oh,
like you're afraid to criticize these films because they're YouTube fan films. We're not paying for them or whatever, and you're just being overly cautious.
I think you've got enough to say when it comes to the critical part. If I've got a problem with it, I'll tell you what the problem is. Because sometimes I don't notice the shit that you notice. Just like how you noticed the shoes in the Pennywise, short film. I didn't even notice that shit, and you noticed. And I was like, "Fuck, yeah, you're right. God damn it!" And then all of a sudden, I started noticing more shit. I started noticing, like modern day cars in the background and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, there's like 2 things that I had an issue with, and both of them are concerning the mask, and one of them is the makeup. But like, it's not because the makeup is bad. Yeah. And I want to be very clear on this, that the props and the makeup aren't bad. My issue just stems from, and it's a me thing. It has nothing to do with the movie or anything else like that.
Yeah, just the appearance of it. Yeah.
The appearance of the mask, although taken from the comic, needs color in it. It needs something to set it apart from everything else and to make it unique. Why is it such a other than its magical properties, why is it such a sought after piece, right? And it being clay and all this other stuff makes it just like nothing that a collector would go after unless they knew specifically of its thing. That's what I'm saying. They could have given the nose, they could have made the nose jade. They could have, made the lips ruby. It doesn't matter. They could have just given it some color to make it look like a special thing. That's what I'm going for. And then the makeup in and of itself, like I said, they didn't do a bad job on it, but I just wish that they had done something, to make her hair more crazy, explodey, right? Mm-hmm. And make her creepy, but like attractive, creepy, mask creepy, so that she's running around like, then she has all this long hair, long flowing, beautiful hair. And then somebody taps her on the shoulder and just like, oh my God, right? Jesus Christ.
Me and my cousin were talking the other day about us being Libras. And one of the things about Libras is they're very understanding, maybe too understanding at times about things. That's how I am, I've noticed, is that I'm very understanding. So when they do these short films, even when they suck, I'm usually trying to be understanding about it.
When it comes to movie criticism, when it comes to this stuff, my biggest problem is coming across as being not empathetic or anything else like that, but enjoying the movie, really enjoying the movie. Like what was the last YouTube fan film we did?
We did it. We did the Dairy 1958.
Yeah, and I wasn't a fan of that. Mm-hmm. It wasn't bad, but the kid that did it doesn't have any information. There's like 1 or 2 videos up on his YouTube.
It's almost
channel.
like it was done on the fly, except for the makeup.
Yeah, it was. It's almost like he wants to do this, but he's not putting the effort into doing this. He wants to be a filmmaker, but doesn't want to be a filmmaker.
Kind of like our podcasting.
Yeah, we're kind of like exactly. We want to be professional broadcasters, but. And this guy, Chris, is doing it. I mean, he's done 118 different fucking things.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And going back a decade. And the way that I come across, and I know that I can be, acidic when it comes to things. Yeah. I know that the way that I approach things is I really like this, but, because I've always grown up with, I really like this. And then someone will go, well, what is your opinion? Well, I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, but what was there anything about it that you didn't like? And then I'm like, do you want to know the truth, or do you just want to hear what you want me to tell you? Yeah. And most people will go, I want the truth. And then when you lay the truth on them, they don't want the truth. No. And when it comes to being a constructive critic with the YouTube stuff, I don't say what you want to hear. I say what you don't want to hear. So when I start talking about things, for any movie, professional or fan film or anything else like that, I'm really difficult on fucking professional movies. Yeah. On fan films, I understand the process, and you guys are doing this, on a whim and a prayer, right? Yeah. A whim. It's a wing and a prayer. It's really what it is. And you're putting your shit out there, and you're hoping that people will like it, and you're putting out, you're trying to put the best effort you can into doing whatever you can. And sometimes it doesn't always come across that way.
Yeah.
And this is what I love about every film that we've watched. But this is also what I hate about every film that I watch, because not everybody is going to get a chance to make a decent film. And this, out of all the films that we've done for the YouTube fan film series, the only one that was subpar, and by subpar I meaning not up to the standards of the films that we've watched, was the It 1958, only because of like 3 things in it. And that was the shoes,
TVs,
the TVs, and just the background shit.
Yeah.
So it's more than 3 things, but generally it's just 3 things, which is anything that was modern day. And that takes you out of the entire movie process. Like we watched It twice. And the guy that played Pennywise, who's the director.
Yeah.
Was he the director?
I believe so, yeah.
Anyways, the guy that played Pennywise was fantastic.
Yeah.
Did a great job.
Oh, yeah.
Guy had the whole fucking sway down and all this other stuff. In this movie, The Effing Mask, I watched it once and then I had to watch it again. We have to watch this again while we're talking about this. I had to watch it again because of the performances from everybody involved.
Yeah, because it's distracting when you're trying to be critical on it.
I don't think it's distracting. That's not really where I was going with it, but because the performances were so well done. I mean, Tess Speranza, Lindsey Bean, Joe Finfera. I'm hoping I'm saying these names right. Everybody involved. Chris, who also did the script. Mike Richardson, who, he's the character guys. He did the characters from the comic and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So you have Lindsey Bean, Joe Finfera, Joseph Kalari, who played Professor Tuttle, Cyprian Cosmo, who played Doug, and Paul Anthony Turner, who played Walter. Everybody involved in this, all the executive producers, cinematography, Chris, and he did the editing and cinematography and everything. I truly, 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 truly respect.
Very much so.
Yeah. But if I'm overly critical, well, fuck you. Because I have certain expectations of movies, and sometimes they're a little unrealistic.
And that's why you're never happy.
I'm always happy. I have certain expectations of fan films, and sometimes my expectations of fan films are met. This one it's met, but constructive criticism is constructive criticism, and I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not being dick critic. That's a great name, dick critic. Critic. No, Dick Critic is better. It's like Dick Pickles, but Dick Critic. Asshole Critic. Nah, see, Dick Critic works better. What's your name? Mike Dick Critic. See? Michael Dick Critic.
Come on. All right.
We've gone on long.
Oh, fucking A, we've gone on too long. I mean, this deserves the praise that it gets, though.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to have to fucking edit the shit out of this goddamn podcast.
I've already subscribed, so I will check out more of his fan films, and so they will be talked about in the future.
Yep. Good night.